Hi, Elise/Aquila here. This video is not going to be scripted, and I should be asleep, but I'm just so freaking hyped about shit that's going on right now that I need to get this all out there because I need to vent. I need to talk with people about it because my friends aren't talking to me on the group chats and I need to talk. So, this is super fucking exciting with, like, this whole exodus from TikTok to Rednote. Like, when I haven't made a Rednote account, I'm probably not going to. One, mostly because Mandarin is more difficult to learn than the other languages that I'm interested in, and because I don't have the mental bandwidth to spend so much time on Google Translate to constantly to stay up to date on that, and also because I don't know enough about data security to know what the potential consequences of that could be with China directly having our information. But I don't really care about that. What I care about is how phenomenal it is that so many Americans are now just spontaneously being so interested in learning someone else's culture and language. This is seriously so freaking cool. Here I thought that the future looked really bright for improving global communication and just communication in general, and people being able to make friends from all over the world just through things like Quackity's live translation tool for Minecraft streamers. Taking that, seeing how they did that with the QSMP, and picturing that on a wider scale outside of Minecraft in the real world, and potentially eventually people being able to use that kind of technology to communicate in their native languages with anybody is a really powerful and just super cool and fascinating idea. And because of things like Quackity's live translation technology, I could start seeing that as a possibility in the near future. Obviously it isn't wide scale yet. I'm really excited to see where that goes though, and I'm definitely keeping an eye on Quackity's projects and things that come about like that because it's so cool. But the fact that this happened with TikTok to Rednote so spontaneously is just an FU to the government's choice. The most hilarious form of protest that you could think of is just amazing. And I also don't know enough about global diplomacy and politics to know if this is even possible or not. But just consider, could international relations and global diplomacy be improved through things like this? With the next generation of world leaders, okay? Ignore the leaders that we have now. Everything's fucked right now. In the future, with this next generation of people who end up being world leaders, if they're the type of people who are one of these Americans who are making a Rednote account and learning about the day-to-day culture and life of people in China, or somebody in China who's delightedly surprised to learn about American culture with these Americans coming onto their social media and bonding and becoming friends through people on opposite sides of the world. This is amazing. And just thinking of how that can change people's ideas and perspectives of the world and how they project themselves to the world and what they do in their adult life. If they end up being world leaders and they have this background of already having these friendships globally, think of how that could change the dynamic of politics and global relations. We may end up getting countries allying that had been enemies before, or something else entirely. I don't know what the possibilities are, and I'm trying to I have hope for the first time this year, genuine hope for the future, because yes, things could go wrong. It could result in issues with data security or whatever, or hell, some internet strife between people causing a war or something, instead of people befriending each other globally, and that being better for people and countries and the world later. So things could happen. We don't know what will happen, but I actually have hope now for the future because the social aspect of all this alone is just so frickin' phenomenal and astounding, and it makes my little linguistic loving heart so happy. And I just needed to get this all out there because I'm like buzzing with giddiness right now after finding out about this exodus, about just okay, people globally coming together, bonding, making friendships, learning, like genuinely caring and wanting to learn about each other's cultures and languages must be a good thing. Like, I can see some ways how it might end up being a bad thing in certain situations, but overall, like, it's a good thing. It has to be a good thing. Like, yes, we differ a lot throughout different countries and cultures. Like, people do things differently, they believe different things, they do things differently. But at our core, like, we humans at our core are very similar. And it's really exciting and hope inspiring for me to see so many people, I'm especially most of them like younger people, the youth, our future, like learning that lesson now while they're still young and while they're figuring out who they want to be and what they want to do and what they want this world to be, what they want to create this world to be once they like come into their own and get those influential jobs, become world leaders. Like, just it's so cool and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see what happens here as far as like people coming together and bonding. It's so cool. So yeah, I just wanted to gush about that a little bit, even though I should totally be asleep because I'm going to be a zombie tomorrow at work if I don't go to sleep soon. So I'm going to upload this and get it captioned and then submit it. But it's so cool. Please share in this excitement with me because it's awesome. Okay, bye.